Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome here to another season of Fort Lee Softball on the Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel. I'm Dan Long, joined alongside by my producer, Dimitri Nanis, as today is the opening day of the 2022 season, as Fort Lee is going to be taking on their league rivals in the Maroon Raiders of Dwight Morrow High School. A cool and windy afternoon. Rain has held off here as we're about to get underway, around 49 degrees and cloudy weather here this afternoon at Fort Lee. So these two sides did not meet one another in last season's reduced spring campaign, as Dwight Morrow did not field a team last season. So this is the first matchup between these two sides since 2019. Last season, Fort Lee went 2-19 overall and 1-4 in the Big North American Division. The Bridgemen defeated Ridgeville Park for their lone win at home and then defeated Palisades Park for their road win. As now the Bridgemen take to the field for the first time here to begin this 2022 spring season. Fort Lee in their home orange uniforms with the black bottoms. As we'll get to the starting lineups for both sides. First for the visitors from Dwight Morrow. Leading off and playing center field is going to be number 2, Sarah Gomez. Hitting second and playing shortstop is number 6, Aislinn Almodovar. Hitting third, and the pitcher here today for Dwight Morrow is going to be number 20, Blaze Blakey. Hitting fourth and playing second base is number 12, Hannah Yang. Hitting fifth and playing third base is going to be number 7, Rebecca Costa Santos. Hitting sixth and doing the work at first base is number 1, Sofia Gomez. Hitting seventh and playing right field is going to be number 22, Salome Chica. Hitting eighth, the designated player is number 5, Amaris Carruthers. And hitting ninth and playing left field is going to be number 8, Victoria Wisnot. As they will be trying to take down number 9, Michelle Kim. Kim is the starting pitcher today for Fort Lee. Kim is a junior, and she had her necessary warm-up tosses as we are about to get underway here from Fort Lee High School. So glad that you could join us on the Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel. Again, first game of this 2022 spring season, as it's a matchup of these league rivals again for the first time since 2019. And the 2022 season is underway as that is grounded foul down to the first base line. Fort Lee defense. In the outfield, Lupino in left, Park in center, Castillo in right. Around the diamond, it's 1 at third base, Casal at short. As that 0-1 pitch is dribbled back to the pitcher, thrown over in time for the outs. As that's a 1-3 putout. On your scorecard is Michelle Kim fielding that weakly hit ground ball off the bat of Sarah Gomez and throws it over in time. So the infield defense, 1 at third, Casal at short, Hausman at second, Hop, who just made the play, at first, and Hum doing the catching. So 1 away here, 1-0 count, with nobody on base in a scoreless first inning. Swing and a miss there by Almodovar. Aislinn Almodovar, the shortstop. The 1-1. That time missing high as Hum will have to go retrieve it to the backstop. 2-1 the count. So Gomez was retired for the first out of this game. It is scoreless here in the top of the first. As that just misses low, it's now 3-1 the count. Bill Straub is the head coach for Fort Lee this season, taking over the program. Swing and a miss. And that's going to be a strikeout for the second out of this first inning. So it was a full count, 3-2, and a swing and a miss there by Almodovar. And now there's 2 away. That'll bring up the opposing pitcher in Blaze Blakey. First strikeout of the afternoon for Kim. The 1-0. Missing low, it's now run 2-0. The head coach for Dwight Morrow is John LaRusso. No stranger to Fort Lee, is a proud Fort Lee Bridgman alum. As Kim given time to retie his shoelace, getting set here, 2-0 count. No way on base. Scoreless first inning, 2 outs. The 2-0. Missing high there for a ball, so it's now run 3-0. Kim trying to produce a 1-2-3 inning, but in danger of surrendering a walk here to begin the portion here of the first inning, and she will surrender a 2-out walk as Blaze Bakey will draw that walk on 4 pitches. First walk surrendered this afternoon by Kim. So there's a 1-out base runner now for Dwight Morrow. As that'll be a strike. And Hum trying to keep that runner close at bay at first base. Rachel Hum doing the catching. She's in the flex position, so she'll just be playing defense here today for Coach Straub and the Bridgman. The 0-1. That time it is fouled off, 0-2, and now Kim 1 strike away from getting out of the first inning unscathed. Here's the pitch, that's high. Throw down to second, is trying to steal, and doing so successfully is Blakey. So Blakey swipes the bag after reaching base at first base safely with a walk. She's now in scoring position with 2 outs and a 1-2 count upcoming. Last meeting between these two sides came on May 10th, 2019. Fort Lee won that game on the road at Dwight Morrow, 15-1. The 1-2. That pitch also missing high. That's going to allow Blakey to get all the way down to third base. So she reached safely on a walk, then stole second, and in a wild pitch, she's now down to third base. As Dwight Morrow now trying to produce, all with 2 outs in the inning. The 2-2 count to Hannah Yang, the second baseman. Here's the pitch. Missing high, it's now run full at 3-2. Get a cool and windy afternoon, 49 degrees here in Fort Lee. The 3-2. And that's going to be missing low, and that's ball 4. So now 2 walks given up by Kim since she retired the first 2 hitters that she faced to begin the inning. Runners at the corners, first and third with 2 outs here in a top of the first inning. There's a strike right down the middle. Faking like they were going to go try to steal second, but the throw back to the pitcher also prevented the double steal from happening. As it's Rebecca Costa-Santos, the third baseman, with her first plate appearance. Took that first pitch for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 also falls in for a strike, now 0-2. So once again, Fort Lee's pitcher, Michelle Kim, the junior, 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. The 0-2, and that's going to be strike 3 called. So Fort Lee gets out of that top of the first inning without allowing a run to Dwight Morrow. They'll strand 2 on first and third base, respectively. As we will head to the bottom of the first inning, no score in this 2022 spring opener of the softball season here on Fort Lee's YouTube channel. As we'll be back now for the bottom of the first inning, scoreless between Dwight, Morrow, and Fort Lee. Let's introduce to you the starting lineup here today for the Bridgmen. Michelle Kim, the pitcher, leading off. Joelle Park, the center fielder, hitting second. Avalie Castillo, the right fielder, hitting third. Luciana Casal, the cleanup hitter, hitting fourth and playing shortstop. Hitting fifth and playing first base is Serena Hopp. Hitting sixth and playing third base is So Jung Won. Hitting seventh and doing the catching is Rachel Hum. Hitting eighth and playing left field is Francesca Lupino. And hitting ninth and the designated player is Mia Frankel. So my apologies, it was the second baseman, Hausman, who is going to be in the flex position just playing defense so far in this game. As it will be Blaze Blakey in the circle for Dwight Morrow today. She was the first base runner who drew that initial walk and was stranded down at third base to end the top portion of the first. And she will face her pitching counterpart to lead this game off in the bottom of the first inning for Fort Lee in Michelle Kim. So Michelle Kim produced 2 strikeouts and 2 walks allowed in that top of the first inning. Now we'll try her luck at the plate to lead things off here for the Bridgmen in the bottom of the first. Takes that first pitch, as that'll go low for a ball, 1-0. Here's the 1-0, as that is fouled off to the backstop by Park. By Michelle Kim. We'll get to the Dwight Morrow defense right after this next pitch. The 1-1. As that's dropped low by the catcher, Michelle Gomez. That one left the hand, and it might have been timeout called for. I don't know, but the way that was delivered, it looks like startled Blakey a little bit. As again, Michelle Kim leading things off here for the Bridgmen. As that is going to be grounded down. And it's going to be a base hit here for Fort Lee. So Fort Lee will get their first hit of the season, courtesy of their leadoff hitter, Michelle Kim. As they got it down the third base line, was looking to see whether or not it was going to stay fair. And Kim will settle for the base hit. So the first hit of the game for either team comes courtesy of Michelle Kim. She's standing down at first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. As now that'll bring up Joelle Park, the center fielder for Fort Lee. Park is a senior, trying to get her team off and started to the right foot here in her senior season. Swing and a miss there. And at the tail end of that play, Michelle Kim will take second base. So she'll have the stolen base as well to her name. She's down in scoring position with nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. Park trying to drop down the bunt there, but it ricochets foul into foul territory. Was not able to execute that sacrifice. That would have allowed Michelle Kim to get down to third with nobody out. She's at second with nobody out. 1-2 count upcoming now against the center fielder, Joelle Park. Scoreless game just got underway. Bottom of the first inning here in Fort Lee. Swing and a miss on the off-speed. A beautiful pitch there by Blakey, and that will be the first out of the bottom of the first inning. First strikeout of the afternoon for Blakey. That'll bring up Ava Lee Castillo. Castillo, a freshman, taking that one to the outside for a ball. As Kim is trying to make her way down to third base, she does so safely. So it's as good as that opportunity that just went by the wayside. They're trying to sacrifice Kim down to third. She gets there eventually with another stolen base. She's got two. So now a simple sac fly could drive in the first run of the game for the Bridgmen. As Castillo will foul that one off, 1-1 the count. Dan Long, Dimitri Nanis, glad that you could join us back on our athletic broadcast here on the Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel. Swing and a miss on the high heat to the outside as Castillo went chasing after that one. Now 1-2 the count against the right fielder for the Bridgmen. Fort Lee with a runner down at third, one away here in the bottom of a scoreless first inning. And a swinging and missing, and they will not complete the throw down to first base. So by not doing that, officially it was a strikeout, but Castillo was able to leg it out because the catcher did not throw down to first base in time. So it will be runners at the corners, first and third, with only one out still here in the bottom of the first inning. So a missed opportunity there for Dwight Morrow. Swing and a miss there by Luciana Casal. And now heading down to second base is Castillo. So the Bridgmen ultra aggressive so far in this first inning. They are running wild now. Two runners in scoring position. Casal again trying to find that outside corner with her swing, but coming up empty. She's behind the count 0-2. Luciana Casal, a senior. The shortstop for this Bridgman side, the cleanup hitter hitting fourth in the lineup. Casal getting a piece of it, grounding it down to the first base side, booted, and that will allow a run to come home and score. So Fort Lee will take the first lead of the game at 1-0 after Casal had grounded down to the first base side, but not able to control it was Sofia Gomez. So a second error in this inning for Dwight Morrow. That'll bring up Serena Hopp, the first baseman. She takes that first pitch to the outside for a ball, 1-0. And once again, as you see in your screen there, Casal following suit of her other teammates. She takes the second base herself. Now a wild pitch. It deflects off the glove of the catcher. But Fort Lee electing not to try to score on that wild pitch. Instead, they'll just simply take that outside the strike zone for a ball, 2-0 against Serena Hopp. Hopp is a freshman. Taking it low inside, and again it gets away from the catcher, Michelle Gomez. And now the count is run to 3-0. Another ball would walk the bases loaded, and Fort Lee already leading in this game 1-0. The 3-0, missing ball 4. So 4 straight outside the strike zone for Blakey. Her first walk surrendered in this game. She's had a little bit of bad luck so far in this first inning of action for Dwight Morrow. She should have had her second out of the inning after the strikeout by Castillo, but the throw was not made down to the first base bag, as that's another pitch that'll get away. Go to the backstop, but there's not a lot of room there, so it really has to skitter away to make you feel confident you could score on a wild pitch. So Jung Won, the third baseman, is now standing in. She gets contact with it, with the infield playing in, but taking a little too much time to throw home, as Fort Lee will score on the ground ball. So with the infield playing in, again, Gomez took a little too much time with it to try to throw for the force out at home. And that will score the second run of the inning for Fort Lee, and the Bridgemen now have staked themselves out to a 2-0 advantage. We'll say Sojung Won gets credited with a single. I'm not the official scorer, just trying to keep score of this game myself. I'll be generous and say that's an RBI single. That brings up the catcher, Rachel Hum. Hum behind the count, 0-1, and Hum connects. Flies that one, and that goes dropping into shallow center field. That's going to score another run. So already Fort Lee out to a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the first inning, as Rachel Hum will drive in a run with her RBI single. That brings up the 8th hitter of this inning, as it'll be Francesca Lupino. As it looks like Fort Lee is also going to go to the use of a courtesy runner before Lupino, the left fielder, will dig in. Lupino hitting from the right side. Again, the ball getting away from the catcher. Want to know the count against Lupino. That's taken in for a strike in the inside corner, leveling the count at 1-1. So 3 runs already home here in the home portion of the bottom of the first inning for Fort Lee. That's taken high for a ball, 2-1. Fort Lee trying to bounce back in a big way to start off their campaign here in 2022. Missing to the outside, that's going to be another one that's going to fall as a ball, and now Dwight Morrow again in danger of possibly walking in another Fort Lee run to begin this game. 3-1 the count, with the bases loaded and 1 away. Lupino taking all the way, that's going to go in for a strike to run the count full now at 3-2. Bases loaded, the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that will be a strikeout again. So Blakey now officially credited with her 3rd strikeout of the inning, but there's only 2 outs so far, as Lupino is retired. Might be one of the chances here that Blakey could potentially produce 4 strikeouts in the inning. It's one of the quirks of baseball and softball, as that one is fouled away by Mia Frankel, the designated player, the 9th hitter in this lineup, to make her first appearance of the spring. Here from the right side. That one goes wide of the mark, again goes right to the backstop. Not a lot of foul territory, so not a lot of an opportunity, even on wild pitches or pass balls, to score from third. Fort Lee has produced 3 runs already in this game. Here's a ground ball right back to the pitcher, and Blakey will throw over to first in time to retire the side. But not before Fort Lee sends 9 hitters to the plate here in their opening bottom of the first of the season. They put up 3 runs, and Fort Lee will take a 3-0 lead with them into the top of the second here on YouTube. We head to the top of the second inning, and now a 3-run advantage on the board for Michelle Kim of Fort Lee. Posted a 0 in that first inning of play. 2 strikeouts, allowed 2 walks as well, got out of trouble after Dwight Morrow had an opportunity with a runner down at third. As the first pitch missing to the outside against Sofia Gomez, the first baseman. Gomez leading things off here to begin the top of the second inning. The 1-0. In for a strike. It was a late swing as well by Gomez. Was going to be a strike nonetheless. That falls in for a strike. Good placement on the pitch in the outside corner by Michelle Kim. She's now ahead of the count, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Kim produces her third strikeout of the game, and now the leadoff hitter is retired to begin the top of the second with nobody on base. Salome Chica, the right fielder, swings and fouls that one down the third base side. Also lost her bat in the process. Chica looking to produce the first hit of the afternoon for Dwight Morrow. As you can see, the wind really wreaking havoc in the Fort Lee softball diamond as well. As we are trying to settle things down with our cameras and trying to get you the clearest picture as possible. And again, Chica swings and in the process loses control of her bat. As that'll go out for a foul ball, and now an opportunity once again for Michelle Kim to maybe produce her 4th strikeout of the game. The pitch just missing to the outside as Rachel Hum trying to gather that one. 2-2 the count. The 2-2. Low, ball 3 to the outside, and now Salome Chica has run the count full. So after Kim had enjoyed the early advantage in this at-bat, now a couple outside the strike zone on a swing and a miss, and there's strike 3. As Chica goes down swinging. Back-to-back strikeouts to begin this top of the second inning. And now there's 2 away here for Dwight Morrow. That'll bring up Amaris Carruthers with a strike against her. So Michelle Kim with 4 strikeouts already in this game. 2 strikeouts in the first inning, working quickly here in the second. There's another strike. She's ahead of the count, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, just missing to the outside by Kim, but you could see in her confidence she's trying to mow down the side and try to retire Dwight Morrow in order. She picked up the first 2 outs of the first inning, but then ran into a little trouble. That is a flared hit that goes foul down the first base line. Back-to-back walks nearly hurt Kim and Fort Lee in the first inning, but then she hunkered down, got a strikeout looking to end an unscored upon first inning. That one pops out of the glove of the catcher's mitt, throwing down to first and reaching base safely. So it's kind of turned about as fair play. That was a strikeout officially. But again, just as we saw even in the bottom of the first inning, the catcher was not able to control it cleanly, then was trying to throw around going down to first. So the inning is kept alive despite that being the 3rd consecutive strike of that at bat. So that'll bring up the 8th place hitter now, and the left fielder, Victoria Wisnott. Wisnott takes that one low, 1-0. So Michelle Kim, much like her pitching counterpart, and Blaze Blakey with 3 strikeouts in the inning, but it still goes on. Here's a throw down to second if they try to attempt the steal, and thrown out at second base was Carruthers. What an arm showed off by the catcher, Rachel Hum. That will retire the side and will keep Dwight Morrow scoreless in this game. We head to the bottom of the second inning. It remains a 3-0 lead here for Fort Lee in their 2022 softball season opener. Three 0 lead for Fort Lee as they get ready to bat here in the bottom of the second inning, taking on Dwight Morrow in their season opening game here at home in a cold and windy afternoon in northern New Jersey. Dan Long, Dimitri Nanis, glad that he could join us for the start of our spring broadcast coverage, as we'll be bringing you all the sights and sounds of both the Fort Lee softball and baseball seasons, with home contests in April and in May. After we had an enjoyable winter season, a lot of action on the hardwood and on the wrestling mats, and so glad that you could join us for these broadcasts on this Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel. Back to the top of the order we go, and Michelle Kim. Kim is 1 for 1 this afternoon, and that pitch is low. Not able to find it, and now it's going to be a ball, 1-0. Blakey's pitch, as that is sailed down the first base side, and it is caught. So it's going to be the first out of the inning. Recorded there by Sofia Gomez, the first baseman, as Kim is retired for the first time this afternoon. One away with nobody on here in the bottom of the second inning. That'll bring up Joelle Park. Park is 0 for 1 this afternoon, was a strikeout victim back in the first inning, as that's taken low for a ball, 1-0. Dropped inside to the outside, they officially rule. So 2-0 the count now against Joelle Park, the center fielder for the Bridgemen. Missed again out of the catcher's mitt, as Dwight Morrow has had some difficulties with their backstop so far here today, just trying to make the catch cleanly. 3-0 now the count against Park, as that's going to be ruled a strike on the outside corner, making it 3-1. Blakey has walked only one so far in this game. That was Serena Hopp back in the first inning. So 3-1. And that is low for ball 4. That's the second walk of the game drawn by Fort Lee. They'll have a one-out base runner here in the bottom of the second inning. And based on how they've been aggressively running in this game, you'd have to think that at some point, Joel Park is going to be thinking about getting a stolen base. Natalie Castillo stepping in. As soon as I say that, off and running goes Joel Park. So Park picks up the stolen base. Now a runner down at second base with one out here in the bottom of a windy second inning. And once again, off and running with the pitch was Park after Dwight Morrow was not able to make the clean catch. So now all the way down to third base goes Joel Park. Castillo was a strikeout victim back in her first at-bat, but because he got away from the catcher, she reached base safely. There's a swing and a miss, the ball getting free. And Fort Lee electing again not to be overly aggressive and trying to score from third. It's going to be the first strike against Castillo. As that pitch is also low. Fort Lee 3 runs on 3 hits. Leading Dwight Morrow 3-0. That pitch missing low to the inside, and that's going to be ball 4. Back-to-back walks drawn by Fort Lee. As Blakey now trying to refine the strike zone. That'll bring up Luciana Casal. Casal reached safely on the error back in the first inning. Pitch is a little too high. And another stolen base for the Bridgemen, as they will take that extra bag down at second base. Runners at second and third, with one out here in the bottom of the second inning trying to extend their lead. It's currently a 3-0 lead for the Bridgemen. So Casal with 2 runners in scoring position. She takes a hack at it. She'll pop that one up and fall right in front of Sarah Gomez, the center fielder, and that will plate home the 4th run of the game for Fort Lee on the RBI single by Luciana Casal. 4-0 lead for the Bridgemen. Casal was not going to be waiting to see if she was going to possibly draw a walk. She wanted to make contact, and contact she did, driving in her first run of the season. That'll bring up Serena Hopp. Hopp taking that one low as, again, Casal is going to take that extra base. That is what Bill Straub has been doing with his side all afternoon long. They have been taking advantage of any possible pitch in the dirt and taking those extra bases. Castillo down at third. Casal behind her at second for Serena Hopp now. Hopp will connect on one. She'll pop this one up, ranging in to make the play from center field. Tagging from third and scoring on the sacrifice fly is going to be Castillo. As Fort Lee produces another run, it's now going to be 5-0, the lead for the Bridgemen. So Sarah Gomez, the center fielder, made the play on the second out of the inning. Swinging and fouling that one off was So Jung-won, the third baseman. So Fort Lee has played at home 3 runs in the bottom of the first, 2 more here in the bottom of the second to take a 5-0 advantage. That one gets away from the catcher and will allow Casal to advance down to third. So Luciana Casal with an RBI single in this inning and a sacrifice fly for the freshman first baseman Serena Hopp, her first RBI of her high school career. That's a dribbler right back to the pitcher, who will throw over to first for the third and final out of the bottom of the second inning. But again, 2 more runs produced by the Bridgemen, as Fort Lee will extend their lead to 5 runs as we head to the top of the third inning here in the 2022 softball season opener on Fort Lee's Athletics YouTube channel. As we head now to the top of the third inning, 5-0 lead for Fort Lee. As it's Sarah Gomez was up at the plate, but I think it should have been Victoria Wisnot who was at the plate when Amaris Carruthers was thrown out trying to steal second to end the second inning. That might be the topic of conversation right now, as Dwight Morrow not trying to bat out of order. As that pitch missing to the outside. Now 2-0 the count. Kim has thrown 2 scoreless innings of work. Has fallen behind here as she blows on her hand. So it looks like Sarah Gomez who's batting here, number 2. So top of the order. I'm not going to say anything if you won't. So Sarah Gomez, who grounded back to Kim in her first plate appearance back in the first inning, beginning the top of the third. Swings and misses through that. So Kim battles back and records the strikeout. Kim already with 6 strikeouts here this afternoon. With 1 away, she takes on Almodovar. Aislinn Almodovar, the shortstop. She was a strikeout victim. She was the first strikeout victim of the game. 0 for 1 this afternoon. Kim's rising fastball missing high. 1-1. Dwight Morrow still looking for their first base hit of the afternoon. As that's fouled back. Now it is 1-2. Jammed inside, missing for a ball, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch, grounded down to third base side, thrown over, scooping it out and holding on to it to make the play is Hop. After 1 field to the ground balls, and that time, Hop doing a good job of picking it low. Serena Hop, the freshman first baseman, making the defensive play. And quickly, there's 2 away with nobody on base here in the top of the third inning. That'll bring up the pitcher, Blaze Blakey. Blakey reached via the walk in her first plate appearance back in the first inning. Stole a couple of bases, was stranded down at third. 1-0 count. Kim missing low there. It's now run 2-0. Blakey and Yang were the ones who reached base safely in the first inning via the base on balls, as that's a swing and a miss. A foul off there by Blakey. 2-1 the count. Fort Lee playing host to Dwight Morrow here in their 2022 spring opener. They will travel to Dumont, the reigning Big North American Division champs from a season ago, in their next game on April 4th. As Blakey fouls that one off to the far side. These two sides will renew one another's acquaintances on Monday, May 2nd, so pretty much a month from today, as the game will be occurring in Englewood. As Blakey will send that one deep down the right field line. Blakey with extra bases, she makes the turn and she'll go into second base standing up. As she lined a 2-out double down the right field line. That is the first hit of the afternoon for the Dwight Morrow Maroon Raiders. And Blakey has now reached base safely on both occasions with a walk and now a double. Again, the first hit surrendered by Michelle Kim so far in this game, as she misses low to the outside against Hannah Yang. Yang drew a walk in the first inning as well. Kim's inside corner pitch missing, and it's now 2-0. As Blakey standing down at second base. Again, she roped a double down the right field line. Again, missing low against Yang. And now Michelle Kim in danger of potentially walking Hannah Yang for a second time in this game. Behind in the count, 3-0. That is a dribbler right back to the pitcher. Kim will throw over to Hop for the third and final out of the innings. So one runner is left on base after a two-out double was produced by Blaze Blakey. We head to the bottom of the third. It remains a 5-0 lead for Fort Lee as you're watching all the action here on YouTube. Five nothing the advantage right now for Fort Lee in their season opener against Dwight Morrow, trying to pick up their first win since 2019 against the Maroon Raiders. Fort Lee producing 3 runs in the bottom of the first inning. 2 more in the bottom of the second inning. Michelle Kim has pitched 3 scoreless innings as we head now to the bottom of the third. Leading off this inning will be Rachel Hum, the catcher for Fort Lee. And Hum drives that one, the first base side, and ranging in to make the putout. 1 pitch and 1 away here to begin the bottom of the third on the pop out. Hannah Yang came in, the second baseman, to make that putout. That'll bring up Francesca Lupino. Lupino, first ball swinging, fouls that one down the first base side, foul. 0-1 the count. Lupino was a strikeout victim in her first plate appearance. Lupino, a junior. Behind in the count now, 0-1. Swing and a miss out in front there. She was expecting fastball, got a looping off-speed pitch. Nice pitch delivered there by Blakey. Quickly ahead of the count, 0-2 against the 8th place hitter in the Fort Lee lineup. The 0-2 pitch, that's grounded to the right side, thrown over, and not able to hold on to it, so it will end up as a base hit for Lupino. That was grounded to the third base side as Casa Santos was trying to field it over in time. Sofia Gomez just could not hold on to the transfer. As Francesca Lupino will leg out the hit. Squaring around to drop down the bunt was Mia Frankel. But she will bunt that one foul, so it'll be 0-1 against her. Frankel grounded back to Blakey in the first inning. That ended the first inning. Frankel trying to pop that one up over to the first base side. Fouled back instead, and now it's 0-2 the count. So 0-2 pitch coming up here. Low through the legs, and that will allow Lapino to venture down to second base. Good job of blocking the plate there, but once again, Fort Lee taking advantage of every opportunity to aggressively run down the diamond. They're now down to third base. Chance here for Frankel to deliver potential RBI. Full count. Frankel will pop this one up, ranging over to make the out. And that's going to be a double play ball. As Lapino was aggressively trying to make her way down the third base line, did not see that Blakey was the one, the pitcher who came over the third base line to make not only the catch, but then the underhand toss back to the third base bag for the inning-ending double play. So we're 3 innings in the books. We'll head to the top of the 4th inning. It remains a 5-run lead for Fort Lee here in their 2022 season opener. So we head to the top of the 4th inning, 5-run lead for Fort Lee, scoring 3 runs in the first inning, 2 more in the second inning. Bridgman kept off the board there in that inning-ending double play and the pop-up to the pitcher, who then threw over to third base. As this will be Rebecca Costa-Santos stepping in. Costa-Santos, the third baseman, struck out looking in her first plate appearance to end the first inning. Ahead of the count, 1-0. Ball missing inside. It's now 2-0. Michelle Kim, 3 scoreless innings of work, has allowed 1 hit. That came in the last inning, but now has fallen behind 3-0. 6 strikeouts in the game, 2 walks surrendered. The 3-0 missing low for ball 4. And the leadoff runner is on safely to begin the top of the 4th inning here for Dwight Morrow. Third walk of the game given up by Kim, first since the first inning. That'll bring on Sofia Gomez. Gomez, the first baseman. As that pitch missed low, 1-0. Gomez struck out swinging back in the second inning. She's 0 for 1 this afternoon. Swing and a miss. As Rachel Hum trying to keep the base runner close to the first base bag, not allowing Costa Santos any thoughts whatsoever of potentially moving down to second base. 1-1 the count. Kim trying to work quickly there, and that's going to be an inside corner strike, as trying to jump out of the way was Sofia Gomez. Michelle Kim working rather quickly here. And there's strike three, looking right down Broadway. That is the first strikeout of this fourth inning. 7th strikeout of the game, as Gomez is a strikeout victim twice here. One away with a runner still down at first. Brings up Salome Chica, the right fielder. Chica struck out swinging back in the second inning. And a strike call to the outside corner. Fort Lee in the orange and black, in the maroon and black, Dwight Morrow. As that misses low. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss there by Chica on the outside corner. 1-2 the count. Maria Giannatasio and Renee Matisich doing the hard work outside behind the cameras. And that's going to be a called third strike. So there's 2 away. Back-to-back called third strikes with the strikeout victims going down looking. As that one dropped outside. As now Michelle Kim up to 8 strikeouts on the afternoon. 2 away with the runner still at first. As that pitch is low, 1-0. So Costa Santos started off this top of the fourth inning, reaching safely via the walk. But now back-to-back strikeouts produced by Michelle Kim. That's grounded down to the first base side. Just foul, as retreating back is going to be Amaris Carruthers. Carruthers struck out back in the second inning, but because of the error against the catcher, allowed her to reach base safely. That's a pitch that falls inside for a strike, and now here comes Kim again. As I believe it's 1-2 the count against Carruthers. Kim a pitch away from getting out of the inning. That's fouled off. Trying to make a play was Hum, the catcher. Michelle Kim a strike away from producing 4 scoreless innings to begin today's contest. She misses low that time. Only 1 hit so far in this game for Dwight Morrow, that being the 2-out double by the pitcher Blaze Blakey back in the third inning. That pitch is going to be called for a third strike. So 3 strikeouts. Michelle Kim striking out the side. She's now up to 9 strikeouts this afternoon. As Dwight Morrow is now still scoreless through 4 innings of work, we head to the bottom of the fourth. 5-0 lead for Fort Lee. as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. 5-0 lead for Fort Lee, as the Bridgmen trying to win their season opener here against Dwight Morrow. Not only would this be just a win to kick off a brand new season, but also would be, most importantly, a big North American divisional win. Fort Lee a season ago went 1-4 in conference play. Their lone divisional win came against Ridgeville Park at home, a 12-2 victory. Dumont won the Big North American Division last season. Cliffside Park finished second, and Fort Lee finished third, with Ridgeville Park finishing up fourth. First pitch goes outside against Michelle Kim. The leadoff hitter is 1 for 2 this afternoon. That one kind of fooled everybody. That should have been a strike, despite the catcher not making the clean catch. The umpire, home plate umpire, kind of turned away from the pitch. There's a strike, making it 2-1. I think that's been the case of, because the catcher has not been able to make clean handles, home plate umpire has been held blind a couple times. Swing and a miss there by Michelle Kim. A good pitch by Blakey. Now that evens the count at 2-2. Kim singled and came around to score in the first. That pitch is low. It's now run the count full at 3-2. Lakey has given up 5 runs on 5 hits here in this game this afternoon. That one is hard hit down to the third base side, and Kim is going to be able to, no, thrown out at first. Looked like Kim might have slowed down just a little bit. And a play made by Costa Santos, who initially knocked it down to third base, got it over in time for the out. So the leadoff hitter is retired to begin the bottom of the fourth inning on the 5-3 groundout. That'll bring up the center fielder, Joelle Park. Park 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk in this game, as Blakey is firing there to the outside for a ball, 1-0. Park struck out in the first inning, then drew a walk, stole a couple of bases, came around to score in that second inning. Now it's 2-0 the count against her. Blakey trying to put up another scoreless inning after she did just that in the third inning. Used her own fielding to her advantage to create that inning-ending double play. Gets the strike called in the outside corner. The 2-1 pitch. Low to the outside. It's now run 3-1. Fort Lee has earned 3 walks so far in this game. No extra base hits so far for the Bridgmen. All singles. That time it's driven to right field, and that's going to be a base hit. And as soon as I say that, here comes an extra base hit for Fort Lee, the first of the season, on a 1-out double by Joelle Park. If I knew I was going to be that lucky and almost calling out that there was no extra base hit in the game, I'm going to have to play the lottery here tonight. So as soon as I say that it's all singles on the day, Joelle Park drives that one to right field for a double, and now with a pass ball, that's going to allow her to head down to third with only 1 out in the inning. Sixth hit of the game for Fort Lee. Avali Castillo with an RBI opportunity with a runner down at third with 1 out. She grounds it down the third base side, and it looks like that's going to be a fair ball. So it's going to be extra bases again. Castillo will drive in the run, so back-to-back doubles now for Fort Lee here in the fourth inning as they played home their 6th run of the game. They take a 6-0 lead over Dwight Morrow. So Castillo, who was 0 for 1 before that at bat, lined it down the third base line for the double. Here's Luciana Casal. Casal again popping this one up, but popping it backwards and foul. 0-1 the count against the Bridgman shortstop. Casal had an RBI singler last time up in the second inning. That one is dribbled to home plate, and in the process, Castillo takes the extra bag at third. So Joel Park had a one-out double to right field. Castillo roped one down the third base side to left field. Here's Casal powering that one sky high, and a collision between a couple of Dwight Morrow defenders. That will allow Casal to get down to second base. Castillo will score after a bit of a misplay between a couple of outfielders colliding and trying to get to the pop-up. So it's just been 3 consecutive players for the Bridgmen who have gone into second base. Here's Hop. Hop grounding it down to third. The throw over to first, and that's going to be in time. And then quickly hustling all the way around to score at home is Casal. So Serena Hop grounds it out to third. But Luciana Casal not holding back at all. Scored on the ground ball all the way from second base. As now Fort Lee has taken control in this one. Three more runs home here in the inning. They lead 8-0. So Jung-won will drive that all the way to the wall. As one will go around second. This might score all the way from an inside the park home run. So Jung-won, the third baseman, will have the home run. The first of the season for Fort Lee, their 4th run of the inning, as they now stretch their lead out to 9-0. What a shot there by So Jung-won, who drew that over and nailed that over the head of the center fielder, Sarah Gomez, and it just kept on rolling. And she had plenty of time to just make her way around the bases for the inside the park home run. That'll bring up now Rachel Hum, the catcher. Hum is 1 for 2 this afternoon. As that misses the mark, 1-1 the count. So after I made that claim of just been all singles heading into this inning for Fort Lee in the contest, Joel Park, Avali Castillo, the rule that Luciana Casal's hit was a double with that collision that kind of ensued, and then a home run by So Jung-won. 4 runs scored here in the bottom of the 4th inning. This one is driven by Rachel Hum, and that can't be caught. That'll keep on rolling as Rachel Hum will make the turn from first. She won't stop at second. She'll be sent to third, and now coming around and scoring with a second home run of the game for Fort Lee. It's Rachel Hum with an inside the park home run. As we saw Coach Bill Straub at third base, he was giving the sign to come around and score from third. As now Fort Lee has stretched their lead to 10-0. So potentially the mercy rule would be in effect if Fort Lee could retire Dwight Morrow in the top of the 5th inning with no additional runs. It would be the 10-run mercy rule after 5. As that'll fall in for a strike against Francesca Lupino. All with 2 outs here in the inning. Lupino taking down one of the outside, so back-to-back home runs now for Fort Lee. So Jung-won and then Rachel Hum crushing them to center field over the head of Sarah Gomez. Lupino had a single her last time up in the third inning. The 1-1, hitting the outside corner for a strike. Missing to the outside, now 2-1 the count. Lupino, the 8th hitter that has gone into home plate here in this inning. A pitch missing to the inside, and that's going to be ball 4. So Francesca Lupino will draw a 2-out walk and bring up Mia Frankel as the 9th hitter of this inning now for the Bridgemen. 4th walk of the afternoon for Fort Lee. Here's Mia Frankel. Frankel swinging and found that one backwards. 0-1 the count. Frankel was unlucky hitting into the double play her last time up, flared it over to the third base side. The pitcher made the play and then doubled up Lupino, who was trying to score from third. Frankel swings and misses through that one. Because there was no contact, that allows Lupino to head down to second base. 0-2 the count now against Frankel, the 9th place hitter. If she can continue this inning, Michelle Kim would get another plate appearance. As that time, Blakey losing control of the pitch. That'll go all the way to the backstop for a ball and will allow Lupino to head down to third. That pitch is low. Blocked off of both the catcher and the home plate umpire. Again, it is a 10-0 lead for Fort Lee. The Bridgemen have scored 5 times here at the bottom of the 4th inning. In position to potentially garner a season-opening win in the next inning. As Frankel will soar this one into right field for a base hit. That's going to drive in the 11th run of the game. Mia Frankel with an RBI single. Extends the Bridgemen lead now to 11-0. Coach Bill Straub has to be happy with how his team has been hitting in this season opener. They're making contact and making Dwight Morrow play defensively. As now it's missed to the outside, it's 1-0 the count. Back to the top of the order we go with Michelle Kim. This is her second plate appearance of this inning. She grounded out to the third baseman to begin the inning. She's 1 for 3 this afternoon. Strike in the outside corner. A windy and cool day in this first day of the month of April. Glad you could join us wherever you may be. As that misses low. Fouled back. Blakey trying to get out of the inning. Extra base hits have been the difference in this inning that has seen Fort Lee bat around in the order. That pitch missing low, so Michelle Kim will continue this inning for Fort Lee. She draws the 2-out walk. 5th walk of the game earned by the Bridgemen. As that will bring up Joelle Park. Park had a double in her first plate appearance in the 4th inning. As she pops that one backwards for a foul ball, 0-1. Fort Lee led 3-0 after 1, 5-0 after 2. Were held scoreless in the 3rd inning, but have exploded here in the 4th inning. As that pitch gets away from the catcher. As we don't know what the call was there to end the inning. Saw a couple of players looking around each other. I don't know if someone possibly raced around the bag and did not touch something, but that will be the ends there of the bottom of the 4th inning. As we expect now to go to the top of the fifth, and again, if Fort Lee is able to keep this at least a 10-run advantage after Dwight Morrow is retired, that would end the game with the mercy rule in effect. So, Fort Lee puts up a big inning of work there in the bottom of the fourth inning. They turn a 5-0 lead into an 11-0 advantage, as now Michelle Kim will try to finish things off as we head to the top of the fifth inning. 11-0 the lead for Fort Lee in their 2022 season opener. So Fort Lee, if they get 3 more outs with not allowing at least 2 runs, this game would end in mercy rule fashion. If they were to lead by at least 10 runs after the opposing team had gone through 5 innings of at-bats, then the game would end early. Michelle Kim back to the circle to try to finish off her first win of the season. As that is grounded back by Victoria Wisnott. Wisnott, the left fielder. Wisnott 0 for 1 this afternoon. Dwight Morrow has produced 1 hit in this game. Kim has kept them off balance throughout this contest. She has produced 9 strikeouts, allowed only 3 walks, and that 1 hit being the double by Blaze Blakey in the 3rd inning. Swing and a miss there, as that will be strike 3 against Victoria Wisnott. 10th strikeout of the afternoon here for the junior pitcher, Michelle Kim. She has looked impressive here in the season opener for Fort Lee. 10 strikeouts and working on a potential shutout victory in the 2022 season opener against Dwight Morrow. Fort Lee again won only 2 games all of last spring, trying to jump out to a 1-0 start here this afternoon. As that'll bring up Sarah Gomez. Gomez, the top of the order hitter. 0 for 2 this afternoon, the center fielder. As that pitch missed to the inside, they will say that that is a strike. Home plate umpire looked to his partner for help, who's down to the first base side, because he's had to dodge out of pitches all afternoon because the catchers have struggled to make the clean catch. There's another strike that is dropped in. And now, quickly, Michelle Kim ahead of the count against Sarah Gomez, 0-2. As that one is weakly hit right back to Kim. Kim will throw over to first in time as Hop makes the squeeze, and Dwight Morrow is now down to their final out, potentially, of this game. Second time that Sarah Gomez has been retired by the pitcher in a ground ball. As that'll bring up Aislinn Almodovar. Almodovar 0 for 2 this afternoon. There's a high strike against Almodovar. 0-1 the count. Not a fan of that strike zone there, and that pitch was the shortstop, Dwight Morrow. That time clearly outside the strike zone. 1-1. Almodovar struck out swinging in the first inning and grounded out to third, her last time up in the third. Swing and a miss there. Now there's 2 strikes against her. As Michelle Kim already with 10 strikeouts, she would love to have the cherry on top here and procure that final out of the game, possibly with the K. Here's the pitch. That sails a little too high. 2-2. 2 outs with nobody on base here in the top of the 5th inning. 11-0 the lead for Fort Lee. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that should do it for this game, as Fort Lee celebrates right now, as it looks like this will be the final pitch of the game. As teams are about to line up, again, the mercy rule had been put into effect. The 10-run mercy rule after 5 innings allowed to the visiting team. So Michelle Kim will pick up the victory in game number 1 of this 2022 season with a defiant 11-0 victory for Fort Lee. Kim produces 11 strikeouts in 5 innings of scoreless ball. Allowed only 1 hit on the afternoon. Fort Lee's bats came alive in that 4th inning when they played at home 6 runs after putting up 5 runs in the first 2 innings of work. So a great start to this 2022 season for Fort Lee. Victorious in game number 1. Again on the horizon for the Bridgemen. They will travel to take on reigning divisional champs Dumont in their next time out on Monday, April 4th. Then they'll travel to Ridgefield Park on April 6th before coming back home for their next home game here in Fort Lee against Cliffside Park, another divisional showdown next Friday on April 8th. So for our camera operators who did such great work out in the field here today, as well as Dimitri Nanis helping us out here as the producer of our broadcast, I'm Dan Long saying so long. Thank you to Renee and Maria and Dimitri, and thank you for joining us for the start of this 2022 spring softball season here on the Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel. Take care, everybody.